to all of you illustrious YouTubers. Waiting to see if anyone is coming to join me in the wonderful bush on this beautiful day in Northern Virginia. Yeah, today is April 13th, 2025. 2 more days, April 15th. We all know what that is. But I do have my appointment tomorrow, April 14th. Yeah, I'm just out here waiting to see. Hey, Lord Michigan, how are you doing? Jimmy boy. I've got to contact you, Jimmy boy. How are you doing? I hope it good. Yeah, Jimmy boy. It's Jimmy boy. Hey, Jimmy boy. How did that fishing turn out? I saw you briefly out there doing some fishing. How did that turn out? I hope you caught something well. I sure will. I would definitely do that. Yeah, I've been out of town. And you know how it is when you come from out of town and you drive, it's just like for the next week, you just lay there. You got skunked. First time in several years. Didn't catch at least something small. Really? I don't know. Maybe you think the weather, think it was maybe too cold? Because I'm going to be doing some fishing this week also. I'm going to be doing some turkey hunting and some fishing this week. And they even said that while we were turkey hunting, that we could also hunt coyotes. But who's really going to see coyotes in the daytime? I don't see them in the daytime. I hear them at night, but I don't see them in the daytime. Yeah, man, that's a shame. You got skunked. Hey, but that's why they call it fishing. It's not like you just go, I'm just looking at my fire here. It's not like you, hello there. Let me see. Pardis, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. I definitely appreciate it. So how you wonderful guys, how you doing on this wonderful Sunday? I'm glad to hear that, Pardis. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm doing good myself, man. I came out here and made a star fire. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I came out here to practice, and I made a star fire. Are you guys familiar? Hey, Bill Pilgrim, how's it going, my man? How are you? Okay, you're listening, driving. Good. Stay safe, though. Hey, so you star fire? I'm going to briefly describe it to you, and then I'm going to show it to you. But just think of a bicycle wheel, and there's a hub, and you have the spokes that go to the hubs. Same thing with a star fire. I dug a little pit. I got some 6-inch logs. I joined them all together in the pit. I lit the pit. I can send you some stickers or Jimmy Boy official poker chip fat wood. Hey, that would be cool. Poker fat wood. I would have to keep that. That would be sentimental. I wouldn't want to burn it. But yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm definitely going to contact you no later than tomorrow, Jimmy Boy. Yeah, I was. Anyway, I made a star fire. I'll show it to you later. But I was in Georgia last week at the Georgia Bushcraft meetup. Man, it was awesome. We have a nice crowd in here today. Oh, yeah. How many do we have in here? I don't see. But hey, yeah, guys, if you hit that thumbs up, I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, I'm glad for the crowd. But hey, guys, I went to the Georgia Bushcraft last week, and I scheduled a lot of classes. One class was canceled, and I left early that Sunday, so I didn't get to take the other class. But They had some really, really good classes. The one that I really enjoyed was the Morris Skohansky Super Shelter Build. That was really, really good. And the navigation class was really good. Also dropped in on a 101 skills a survivor needs to know. That was really good. That was so good. I bought the guy's book, and really good stuff in there. But yeah, I had a blast down there. I just, I really didn't want to leave as soon as I did Sunday morning, but I was trying to beat the storm back, So I did. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Hey, Jess, how you doing? Jess, I just, I love watching Jess, man. Jess is just so cool. She is so cool. Yeah, I just saw the last one. I think it was you had 4 different tarp shelters, and I still have to try to make some rope out of Mother Nature. I saw Jess do that, and but like I was telling someone with bushcrafting, there's just so many things to do. It's like you never run out of things to do. Never. Yeah, but I made a star fire. Um, yeah, I just took those. Yeah, happy Sunday, everyone. Yeah, I just took those logs, joined them together like a bicycle rim, and those things are very, very efficient. Let me just show you really quickly. I hope you guys can see this. But all you do is just constantly slide these up in here to keep the fire going. Very, very efficient. I mean, look how long these logs are. This will last all night long. Look at the smoke coming out of the hollow log. But yeah, I can really feel the heat here. Just scoot this log up in here. Now I'm going to go back and sit down. Yeah, I hope you guys were able to see that. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. I've been wanting to make a star fire for so long. But I chose some logs that are 6 feet, and they're lasting a long time. But the good thing about a star fire, from what I understand, is basically for a primitive or survival situation. And if you don't have a saw or any cutting tools, you can even just break some limbs off and just join them together like a bicycle wheel. And then you control that heat. You can pull the logs back to lower the heat, push them all together to increase the heat. I cooked on it today. Yep. I like working efficiency. My friends cheer. They call me Jimmy Boy. And I'm in your... Okay, yeah. I like that. That's pretty cool. Jimmy Boy. Yeah, I'm up here drinking some Gatorade. I had some rice. And another thing, you can cook on that thing really well. Really, really well, because everything is balanced. But I'm sitting up under my Adirondack tarp shelter today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just so much to learn, but I really, really do appreciate it. I made my this is the Adirondack tarp shelter. This is good for if you're out here and there's more than one person. Well, of course, let's see, 2 or 3. This makes a great base camp, because it's very large. I'll just show you the inside of it real quick. I showed that's my Adirondack tarp shelter. I remember the first time let me find my chair here. I remember the first time I made it. Heart You Live, yeah. First time I made. Hey, Fed Up American, how you doing? It is so good to see you. I hope all is well. I hope the temperature has gone up in Ohio. But the first time I made this Adirondack tarp shelter, man, it was like, wow, trial and error. Tried it like 3 times. I've not done that config. Oh, Jess, you have to try it. It's very, very easy. This is just you just take a 10 by 10 and you put it into a diamond shape, and you go to 1, 2, 3, tie out on both sides, and you use the prusik knot, and you go to the back 1, 2, 3, and you stick them down and pull in the floor portion and just stick everything down around you. Man, it's fantastic. And this is also close to the it's called the Baker tarp shelter. The Baker tarp shelter is just, well, this wall is just brought in a little less room. But yeah, Jess, you got to try it. 62 and partly cloudy. Okay, that's not bad for Ohio. That's pretty good. I understand you guys got some really, really tough weather last week or week before last. It's appreciate you spending your knowledge to all the younger people. Yep, I think we all can learn and grow together. That is so true. That's so true, Jimmy boy. Because I keep saying, there's so much to learn about Mother Nature. One thing I'm really enjoying now, again, is the compass class. When I was in Watkinsville, Georgia last week, this is the compass that I'm using. It's a Sun 2, MC Sun 2, and I learned how to tell the height of a tree. It rained for a week and a half. Wow, a lot of flooding. Wow, I hope you guys are safe down there. Yeah, we had rain last night from about 12 o'clock to about 4 o'clock this morning. Hot here in the air. Oh, Arizona? Oh my goodness, I know it's always hot. AKP, how are you? Yeah, the last time I was in Arizona, I was in Tempe, Arizona. And believe me, it was a hot one. Hey guys, but I was saying I learned how to tell the height. Well, I'm learning how to tell the height of a tree with this compass. If you see this portion, this arrow right here, it's always going to be at I think this is 90 degrees, but you have to know your pace count. And I'm not sure, I can't explain it very well, but you just basically take this, point it to the top of the tree, and you wait for this arrow to become at a 45 degrees. And based on your pace count, you can tell how away in the wilderness, say, feels like Arizona here in Kansas City. Well, I'm so glad you could join me. What's your I haven't done my pace count yet. I want to say I think it's about 65 or 67 because I tried it a year ago, but that was on a level ground. I did not do anything that ascend. I didn't do anything that descend because yours is 66. Understand you're supposed to do it 3 times. Level ground, ascend, and descend. Combine them, and that would be your pace count. I've only done it on level ground, but yeah, and but the thing I'm still wondering, you use the pace beads. What if you lose count? I mean, but that's why you have the pace beads. So, but yeah, this is a Sun 2. I really like this compass. Yeah, I really like this compass. Really, really nice. And so yours is 66. Yeah, so it's like I came in today at my asthmic is, what's this, 210. So I'm going to be going out at north. This says north 210. I think it's what, if it's more than 180, you subtract 180. If it's less than 180, you add 180. I got the same. Yeah, these are some good compass. The strange thing about it, when I ordered this twice. The first one, I ordered it, just flipped the compass upside down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because let's see here. Yep, because that arrow always. Okay, I remember I'm sitting in a different place. Yeah, but yeah. Upside down, yeah, and that'll take you right back. But when I first got this compass, I kept saying I couldn't see the mirror. I couldn't see. I sent it back, and then a friend of mine told me, "Well, The next one you get, try pulling the film off the mirror. I said, duh. But yeah, so I'm thinking, in the class they were saying, I'm always saying shelter, fire, water, food, first aid, navigation. Well, the instructor was saying the first two things are communication and first aid. So, I mean, I know they're both important, but communication and first aid, yes, because you have to be able to communicate with someone at some point. Um, and you always have to be able to do first aid. You don't want any major injuries or anything like that, but first aid. So then there's um, shelter, fire, water, food, and navigation. So yeah, those are things, and everything else to me is built off of that. So yeah, but it's pretty cool learning bushcrafting skills. And today I used a knife that I have not used before. I did a video on this knife. It's pretty good. I like it. It is it's primitive jungle primitive. This is what I use today to do some batoning. But you know what, guys? You know one thing I like about on my knives? Uh, I'll be heading out to the Pathfinder School for the navigation intensive course this year. Yeah, that's cool. Still on a ton to learn on navigation. Yeah, you never stop learning. Yeah, it is. This is the first time I use it, and the saw is good for making notches. But I like the serrations. I really do like the serrations, like when doing feather sticks. But yeah, this was the first. I can't remember what steel it is, but I bought this, and I haven't had a chance to bring it out. So this was the first day. So it's a hollow grind, and it chops well. Um, Ooh, the Pathfinder School would be amazing. Yeah, I'm sure it will. But I would like to take that class too. As a matter of fact, right now this weekend there was a class in Watkinsville, Georgia, on navigation. And since I had been there the past weekend, I don't want to drive all the way back to Virginia, then drive 600 miles back there, take the class, and drive 6 months. That was been almost been like 2,000 miles. But I think that's what it's going to take at some point in time, just to take a navigation course. Because like I said, I go out, I practice with it every time I come into the bush, but it's nothing like having hands-on teaching when it comes to something. But I learned a lot. I'm trying to think. The lady's name was Jack something, but she's going to be at the Mountain Readiness meetup. I think that it's on the first weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The first weekend in May, and I think she's going to be there also. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But I like the meetups because you can always learn something. You're going to always learn something at the meetup. Yeah, yeah. But this is yeah, and it has the texture on here. Man, it's really grippy, especially when let me see, get one of my glove. Especially when I put on a glove. I mean, it really, the glove and the lanyard, man. And then I use the pinch grip. I don't know if you can see that. That pinch grip, it helps you prevent, well, for me, not to get any hot spots, if you're holding this. But if you're using this pinch grip, you're just letting it fly. But yeah, I like this. I mean, there's so many knives that I like. It's like I gotta stop buying knives. Yeah, you definitely have to have communication. Yeah, water's the number one shelter. Water's number one shelter and communication. That's how I would write it. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think all of them are equally important. I think all of them are equally important. But yeah, it was something. Um, if I mean, I've made debris shelters before. I'm going to make another one. I'm not going to take it down because I'm going to use cordage that I make from Mother Nature. Uh, I'll take some green saplings and make my cordage, and I'll use jute twine. So there will not be any paracord, and I'm going to make it. I'm just going to leave it up. So if anyone wants to use it, they can be more than happy. Yeah, I got to go for now. But thank you, partners. I thank you for coming in anyway. Take care. Stay safe, my man. But you come up with a perfect timing for your live stream. Yep, I've been busy all day, and it was let me see, time for me to take a break, and I'm pretty happy that I got to watch you and got the notification shoot. I'm glad. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Yeah, guys, wear these, and the writing is so small on the telephone. Yeah, Jimmy boy, but I'm glad you were able to join in. I'm definitely glad you were able to join in. Yeah, I like to when I come out to the bush. It's almost like the guys are, everyone's right here with me. You guys, good fat wood. Oh yes, the area that I'm in right now, there is so much fat wood. I've been coming to the same area because of the plentifulness of fat wood. I'll harvest some fat wood and say, oh, I'm going to take this home. Man, I can't. I would burn that before I leave. But yeah, this area that I'm in right now, I'm looking at a stump. That's fat wood. Here's another stump that's fat wood. Huge log. The entire root is nothing but fat wood. We have yeah, fat wood. But sometimes I bring in fat wood dust, because I was doing my fire today, and I dug a little pit, and my ferrocym was a little short. I was using some birch, and I really couldn't get it going with the birch. I really think I needed a longer ferrocym rod. So I added some fat wood dust. After about 3 strikes, there it was. And then the birch has the oil in it. It really took off. So but yeah, it's fat wood. That's my favorite. Yep, fat wood is my favorite. But yeah, man, I just like to come out here and practice. But I'm thinking next week. You know what? I made a backpack. I actually made a backpack about maybe 3 years ago. It is nothing but wood and 550 paracord. And I think I'm going to try that next time instead of bringing my rucksack. It would be nice to just wrap everything up in a blanket. But what I want to do is actually take some wood out with me. And that's why I'm going to bring that. But it's something I haven't tried, but I want to try it. Understand the resources in your area is very important. It is. I tell people, make your neighborhood your practice ground. Walk your neighborhood, find out what type of edible plants are there, find out where all the entrances and exits are. You can practice your navigation there, and then venture out to the parks, eventually into the bush. But yeah, it's just like in my backyard. I have some dandelions. They're very, very small, but I'm going to make sure they are dandelion and just make some tea right from my backyard. I thought about that. It's like I'm gonna pick some dandelion before I cut my grass, which it really does need it right now. But it's been raining so much, wet grass, not a good time to really cut. But yeah, I think today, man, I was really proud that I made the star fire. I'm just seeing how efficient this thing is. I mean, this small amount of wood, oh, this would go for a long time. Because again, you control your heat. And I'm seeing now, I doubt if I'll push the, I call it fuel or the spoke or log, pushing them in. I'm watching it now kind of go out, but that's because I've already cooked on it. And I used this, This is what I cooked on. This is my pot. I mean, it fits right on the fire pit so evenly. And you can just stir everything and you don't have to worry about it tilting over or anything like that. But this is what I cooked my meal in today. Yeah, I always cook a meal when I come out here because actually cooking in the bush, it is a skill. You know, because you at home we have our stoves, electric range and so forth. So, um, you know, I really didn't have to adjust the heat by pushing forward or pulling the any of the logs back. But actually cooking in the bush, it is a skill. It is a skill. So that's why I make very simple things that just require boiling water, or I'll make French fries or some veggie burgers or something like that. Something that I really like. But also, here's another knife that I use today. This is a SOG fill knife. This is what I scraped the ferrocerium rod with. So I have two SOGs with me today. And one thing about this is the SOG fill knife. When you put it in the sheath, let me just see if I can show you. When you put it into the sheath, you still can cut. Right in here, you can see the blade. So if you wanted to cut some paracord, you don't have to remove it from the sheath. And I used, I knew I wasn't going to be doing any hardcore sawing, so this is the saw that I used today. This is a 10-inch. This is a Corona saw. Really good. It's a good saw. I think it's about $30 from Lowe's, but this is the saw that I used today. Yep. Oh yeah, I definitely thank you away in the wilderness. Yep. Definitely stay safe. And this is a shovel that I use to make a very small fire pit. So these are the tools that I use today. When I come out into the bush, I always like to use different tools. So I'm not sure what I will have next time I'm out here. It just depends on what I'm doing, you know, because I'm trying to fit so much. I'm trying to fit so much in. Turkey season started yesterday. However, it rained, so I did not go. And for the first 2 weeks, turkey season is only until 12 o'clock noon. And then after that, until May 17th, is from 1 hour before sunup, and then it's over at dawn for 2 weeks. So I'm going to try to do, well, I'm going to do some turkey hunting until 12, and then I'm going to go and fish. And one of those nights, I'm just going to camp out. And I did look up the regulations for where I'm going, so I can make a fire. So I'm going to make a fire, but this is what I'm going to try. I'm going to take a bandana. I'm going to take a bandana. I'm going to put chicken liver in it to use it as chum bait. Toss it in on a line, and I'm going to cast very near it, and I'm going to see how that helps me catch catfish or any fish. But yeah, I'm going to put, again, chicken liver into the bandana and use it as chum bait. So, and I'm going to try, you know, some primitive fishing with a hobo reel, and then just a cane as my pole. So, yep. Yeah, great advice. Yep. Yeah, thank you so much. Away in the wilderness. That is pretty cool. I like that. So, yeah, that's what I did today. You know, I think I've accomplished everything I wanted to do. Every time I come out here, what I want to do is perfect my shelters. So that's why I did the Adirondack tarp shelter today. Last week, what did I do? I think I just did a lean-to. I can't remember what I did last week. But next week, I'm going to make something that totally encloses me, you know. Um, Also, me and some guys are going to be me and some other guys are going to be doing some camping. I think it's called Pincott Trail Island South in Pennsylvania. So I bought me a bug net and I'm going to put that inside of an A-frame. Hey, Outdoors with Dan, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in, Dan. I definitely appreciate it. So I purchased me a bug net that I'm going to put inside of an A-frame. Just something I want to try because I'm going to be sleeping on the ground. And in the summer times, I like to sleep suspended, but I don't sleep in hammocks. So I always have to make my um, bed is suspended. It's a hammock. It's made out of wood and rope. I've done that before. I've made one out of. I've attached them to trees and so forth, but it's very, very time consuming making a hammock from Mother Nature. So since I'm going to be out there with some other guys, one of my friends was telling me about the one tiger's bug net, and it does have what's called a bathroom floor. So, and I think, when you're out there with few people, it's always good to have, or, have some privacy, as opposed to when you're out in the bush by yourself. You have just you, so you don't have to worry about anyone. But, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm just trying to do as much as I can in the bush. I wish I could get out here every day, but unfortunately I can't. But, yeah, it's been a fun day. Man, I really enjoyed making this star fire. I have to redo the torch fire again, the Swedish torch fire. I mean, I split the log, but the log went into 5 pieces instead of 4, and I've done it before. I've made that Swedish fire before. So I want to do that again. I've made a long fire. As a matter of fact, the very first time I did an overnighter, I had 3 logs that had to be about 14 inches and about 4 feet 4 feet in length. It burned all night, and I had to come back three weekends to burn all of those logs. So yeah, those things, the long fire. I mean, there are a lot of fire lays, but yeah, man, it's this is the only place you can really, practice the firecraft skills, out here. You guys, I keep looking at this hollow log and I see the smoke coming out of it. It just somewhat kind of intrigues me. A hollow log and seeing the smoke. It's like a chimney, something like that. But yeah, this starfire, I'm gonna definitely have to do this in the wintertime. Again, I got to get some people to come out here with me and try it because you're laying on the ground between each log. The fire's right there. All you have to do is just push the log up or pull it back. But and it's low maintenance. But if there's just one person, then you've got to push all of them in or all of them, pull all of them out. So it's always good if it's more than just one person when you have a starfire. I think so. Let's see if this chat moving. Yeah, my phone is not. I hope you guys. Let's see. Yeah, I hope the reception. Everyone can hear me because sometimes where I am, the reception would just kind of stop. I'm trying to see. I don't know. Can you guys hear me or see me? I hope you can. Maybe if I move this somewhat. Okay. Okay, good, good. Okay, great. Okay, I'm glad you can. I'm glad you can, Dan. Thanks a lot. Yeah, sometimes this area that I'm in, um, I'm somewhat in a valley, not a very deep valley, and the my signal will go in and out, but I'm always able to use use the telephone, but yeah, sometimes it just goes in and out, you know. But hey, Dan, I like those shorts you've been doing on how to get a kid into fishing. And one of them was really important is about taking a break. When you take a youngster fishing, it is really important to take a break because you don't want them to get bored and then start to dislike it, but have something else in mind, take a break, hey, have some food and just enjoy, but I'm one of those guys that when I go fishing, man, it's for the entire day. It's for the entire day. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I like bass fishing, especially in the daytime, but catfishing at night. And that's because I don't want to lose lures, and I want to know where I'm casting. When I'm bass fishing, I'm trying to get up under branches. I'm trying to cast near structure because to me, that's where I have the best luck catching the bass near structures. Yeah, I lose some lures, but I mean just grubs, so grub and some weights, but that's where the fish are in the area that I'm in, And sometimes I'll do top water fishing using poppers. Those I've had some really good luck with poppers, Poppers, well, hard bait, that's basically what I use. But I use a lot of grub as well. Yeah, but yeah, guys, I'm just out here taking it easy. Yeah, I'm really stoked about doing that fire. Yeah, check out the video. You'll see a lot of the Starfire. I took a lot of footage of the Starfire, cooking on it and everything. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, guys, just Google a Starfire and you'll see. But from what I read about it, it's basically a survival fire or primitive fire, and I can understand it being a survival fire because, again, if you don't have any cutting tools, you can just break some limbs, or pick up some dead wood and just put them in the shape of a star and get the fire going in the pit and just keep feeding the fire, pushing the logs inward. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I enjoy watching you guys' content, Lower Michigan, Dan, Jess, Janet Outdoors. There are a lot of them. 411, Survival, Dispatch on 3, Corporal's Corner. There's just so many. It's just hard to watch all of them, I mean, I can sit there and just watch YouTube, but for over and over and over and over, but there's always something to do. Lately, what I've been doing is just making sure that I have everything ready for my April 14th appointment, which is tomorrow, for my taxes, So, but then I'll be thinking about what I'm going to do the next time I come into the bush. So, but I'm thinking about it again, my backpack. I know I may be all over the place, guys, but it's just, I'm always thinking it's just so much to do in the bush, Jess, we appreciate your content as well. Yeah, Jess, but I really like, Jess. I mean, baking of the pottery. Oh man, that would be a challenge for me. And yeah, and you guys, you can't make a fire on ground, so you have to bring your pit with you. When I go fishing, I'm going to bring a fire pit with me. I don't want to make a fire directly on the ground. But that's another skill also because, you're limited to the size of a fire that you can make according to your pit, I would think. Yeah, I definitely would think. But yeah, man, I think, and today it was kind of difficult starting the fire. I mean, I thought it was going to start easy because I had some birch. But again, by digging the pit and putting the birch bark down in it, my ferrocerium rod wasn't long enough, but I added the fat wood on the third strike. It worked. I have some cotton balls and Vaseline, but it's like I didn't want to use that. It's like I know that's going to start, but it's like you always want something that's a challenge. And the challenge that I'm still I still haven't done is the bow drill. Even though I have a practice set, I, s- I tried it twice. I got, I was able to burn I think it's what the hearth board. I was able to do a burn in twice, and that's as far as I got. But when I go to Pennsylvania, I'm definitely taking it with me. And me and some guys, we're going to try and do a bow drill fire. Yep, I think if I can do a bow drill fire and then go into a hand hand what is it? It's a bow drill fire, and then there's a hand drill that I want to try as well. And there's also something called a plow point, a plow drill, plow. Let me see what it's called. It's a bow drill, hand drill. It's a plow point drill, I believe. So, yep. But yeah, man, bushcrafting is real challenging, but it's fun. So much fun. I mean, it's like really beautiful out here. And yesterday, when I was at home, it was very cloudy. Um, it was it was all rainy, and I wanted to get out yesterday, but it's like no, I got to get all my stuff together for my appointment Tuesday. So my theory is always take care of your priorities first, so that you can then have fun. So yeah, because it wouldn't be fun if I'm out here and it's like, oh, I really need to be at home getting this together and that together, and you want to make sure you have everything together. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the next time that I get out into the bush. You know, it's a lot of fun, lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, and I just have my pot. It's soaking. Always wash my pot out somewhat while I'm here, and then when I get home, I thoroughly wash it. Because you don't want to. I'll try to wipe some of this off. You don't want to put it in your rucksack with all of this. But yeah, I use the bush pot, and that's another thing. Each time I come, I like to bring different cooking utensil apparatus. I haven't used this in a while. I've been using a skillet, but I like to use different things. And also something I have at home, I have not used, is an alcohol stove. So I'm going to try that. Just go in my backyard, make some coffee, and see how well that works. Yeah, I've had it maybe going on 2 years, and I just haven't used it. Well, I haven't bought any alcohol for it. So, but I have all this alcohol at home. I'm going to try it and see if I think it's 70% what I have. I forgot what it's called, but it's 70%. So I'm gonna try that and see how well that works. But I just like trying new things. And it's just a lot of fun trying new things. But yeah, and then I'm thinking already like, what cutting tool am I gonna bring with me next week? I don't know. And what's so strange? When I was at the Georgia Bushcraft, I did not buy a lot of. I bought some citronellus candles. So when I do a overnighter in the summer, hopefully they'll keep the mosquitoes away. I also bought this something that I'm going to make a seat out of, which is going to hang from a tree. But I only want to do those when I'm going to do an overnighter. Just to do that and then have to disassemble it the same day. It's like, hey, Gertrude, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, guys, I really appreciate all you guys dropping in, the support. And that's why I try to support as many channels as I can. So if it's a while before you guys hear from me, it's only because I have not forgotten about you. It's just that you can assure that I was taking care of some business or something like that. And sometimes I have to go back to like, oh, I didn't respond, and this has been 2 weeks. But yeah, I try to respond to everyone's comment. Um, it's like if they're going to take the time out to give me a comment, I'm definitely going to respect them and respond to their comments or support their channel as much as I can. Because that's what it takes, support from each and every one of us. We do our content, and sometimes it doesn't do as well as we thought, It should have, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, But I just go out here and I try to do stuff and hope that people can learn from what I'm doing. Hope you guys can see me okay. I'm sitting up under my shelter today that I made. Yeah, let me see if I can get a little. Let me see if I can raise this to get some more light. I don't know. I hope that's better. Yeah, hey, Tuck B, how are you doing, man? Good afternoon to you as well. Hope everything's good with you. Yeah, I'm just out here in the bush having fun. Yeah, as I was telling everyone, I came out here today. My task was to make a star fire, and I am really surprised at how efficient it is. Really efficient. I'm kind of letting it go out now because I've already cooked on it. And the thing about it, it's going to be so easy to put this fire out. Just remove the logs, and I have water that I'm going to always keep a 40 ounce. This is dedicated to putting the fire out. Always keep, I'll bring at least two of these, but this one is for putting the fire out. And some of you guys may have heard that whenever I make a fire, I always keep a shovel and water nearby, um, in case to keep the fire from getting out of hand. But once you make a fire pit, you're good to go. Working out best I can. Okay. Weighted vest. Wow. A weighted vest. Yeah, that's a workout right there. Yeah, I just do some walking and push-ups every now and then. Um, Walking is a really good exercise. Believe it or not, when I was in Georgia last week, for 3 days walking back and forth to the vendors and walking here and walking there, I lost like 5 pounds. But I don't know. It's like it's easy to put 5 pounds back on too. But I got a lot of exercise. When I came home, I just kind of slept for about 2 days. I think the hardest part was just driving there and back. It was roughly 600 miles there, 600 miles back, and that's why I'm not there this weekend at the navigation class. But I think it would have been nice to be there for the meetup, and then been able to stay the entire week and take the navigation class on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I don't think they allow you to stay on the grounds because of insurance purposes, and you can't blame them. But the classes are being held exactly where I took my navigation course. They have two courses on there, and it's good. They would give you an ASMIC, and you would have to go to that ASMIC. And one of them was we had to go to a location, but we couldn't get there. Well, we had to find a different way to get there because it was going across private property. So we had to go to the right, count our steps, go to the left, and get back on course. And that was interesting, very interesting. But oh, you have a bad leg. The weighted vest helps. Okay, believe it. Really? I guess it makes your legs stronger. It makes your legs stronger. Yeah, everything is, everyone is different. So what helps one person, another person may find something else that works for them. So for me, I just do walking and push-ups. I don't do them as much as I should. I'll get on this thing, push-ups every morning, every morning. Then something comes up. It's like you skip a day or two, and then it's like starting all over again. But yeah, exercise, it's great. And I get a lot of exercise when I come into the bush. I think, just by harvesting wood and chopping wood and sawing wood, it's a good workout. But at this location, I'm still having wood that I've had maybe like 5 visits. I mean, it's just so much wood here, which is good. But you know, and one thing is that when you come into the bush and you want to make structures, it's difficult finding straight wood. And that's why I think it's good for people to come out into the bush and practice, because you're not going to find everything to be so straight. You know, it's just like the logs I found today to make the starfire. All of them are not straight, but the same principle. It works. Everything works well. So, yep. So that's what I did today. Made the starfire and the Adirondack tarp shelter. Again, this is very large, man. It is roomy. You know, I just wanted to practice on it. I'm just looking back when I first started doing this, making the Adirondack, man. It was like 3 tries, you know. But once you do it and you do it a few times, it becomes second nature, you know. But also, if you guys are really interested in tarpology, there's a content creator. His name is Grandfather Outdoors. He makes a lot of configurations. So if you're really, really interested in tarpology, check out his channel. Also, Adventure with Mud. He does a lot of them as well. He does a lot of them. So again, so I always try to make different configurations each time I come out. So, yep. So that's what I've been doing here. So guys, I'm not going to hold you much longer. I'm going to respect your time, and I'm going to start getting my gear together and try to leave no trace. And then I will be seeing you guys on the next video. So you guys have a wonderful remaining day. Practice your skills, support one another, and just enjoy the skills of bushcrafting, prepping, survival, fishing, camping, hunting, anything to do with the outdoors. Just get out there, do it, and have some fun. All right, Turk B, you take care. I definitely appreciate it. Everyone, take care. I'll see you on the next video or the next live. But hey, guys, get a chance, check out the video. I really want you to see the star fire. This thing is so efficient. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care.